Have something to do with my baggy trousers, or is that
Yes.
one step beyond?
Oh, I like it. Ah, must be love.
Our house in the middle of our street. Something tells you that you've got to in the middle of our. What fun we had, but at the time it was so bad. Trying different ways to make sure you could do the days. My girl had at me. Been on the telephone for an hour. I like driving in my car, even with a flat tire. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love.
Thank God for nostalgia, I say.
None of us would be here otherwise, would they?
But it does, you know, it just brings you to a period in time. So for people, you see, the thing is, for people of our age, yes, we can recall and we can do. So is it only nostalgia? Do you get a new following? Because it's been a heck of a year for you guys.
We do get a new following, yeah. The amount of kids at our gigs is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean, being
what's that
forced to
down
go
to,
to
Woody?
shows. Well, I
Do you
think
think it's a
their
style
parents,
thing?
their parents are very forceful people.
And I think, you know, there's a lot more festivals now than there were when we were younger, so you tend to play to an audience who haven't necessarily come to see you.
Yeah.
And they tell their mates, and that's been going on for the last 5 or 6 years, and it really seems to be like a new beginning for us.
And also, I think the thing with you guys is that you're guaranteed a laugh, a smile, a good time. There's nothing too cerebral or heavy
No, I think
about
that's
it
very
all.
true. You know, promoters have told me that they've got a sort of line-up for a festival. They say we need a bit of livening up in the middle.
Yeah.
Madness. That's it. And they get it every time.
Amos said it has been an incredible summer, Woody, hasn't it? Starting with the Diamond Jubilee concert,
no,
and now
that
you're
was
on
wonderful.
the roof of the
Yeah.
Palace. What was just that whole experience? Just like being in the Palace, like
Well, it was incredible,
let
really.
alone
I mean,
performing.
we got to have a look around before anyone else because that was our stage in a sense. You go off there, you know. That's your stage. That's big. The roof. The roof of Buckingham Palace. It was amazing. I met the guy that put up the flag. His name's Flaggy, which is very good. And it was amazing up there, wasn't it?
We saw you there meeting the Queen. It was lovely. Had you
Why'd
met her
you keep
before?
your glasses on? So you're not supposed to take your glasses off or anything?
You know, by that point, Eamon, all the protocol had gone out the window. I didn't know where I was.
But didn't you tell her a joke?
Well, I'd sort of tried to. She was coming along the line. I don't know what other people feel. I've never met the Queen before, but I had no idea what to say. So I did the old Tommy Cooper one, which is, "Excuse me, Mum, are you still into football?" And she said, "Not particularly." I said, "Well, can I have your cup final tickets?" And she said, "That's Tommy Cooper."
Did she?
Yeah.
She's smart.
Before I was dragged to the ground and had my head chopped off.
She's very sharp, though, isn't she?
She's very, very sharp
You don't-
indeed.
Do you know what
get
I
past
thought?
her.
I was there that night for that concert. I just thought it was an amazing thing when they took the whole front of Buck House and you guys were singing Our House. And they turned it into Council House Street, didn't they? Or Street, just whatever it was. Do you not think that was a tremendous tribute? I mean,
No, it's
who
incredible.
would ever
A
have
little
thought?
man wandered into our dressing room before with a tiny laptop and showed us exactly what was going to be coming up. And it was amazing. We all were flabbergasted, and it was for real,
So
wasn't
that
it?
was all amazing. And then come the Olympics and the closing ceremony on the back of the truck.
Yes.
I mean, and that was, I mean, what an incredible experience.
What, to stay on the truck?
To stay on a few wobbles. There were a few
There
wobbles.
were a few wobbles, yeah, definitely there were. There was more than a wobble when we were waiting to go out in this sort of holding shed. And there's One Direction, who are very lovely young guys, I now know like that, on one lorry, and then the Pet Shop Boys riding bicycles with traffic cones on their heads as we were all being slowly asphyxiated by carbon monoxide. And then when the doors to the thing opened and we were pushed out into the stadium, you know, the blinding light, I actually forgot the lines to Our House, a song I've been singing for 35 years. Fortunately not on camera, I had to ask another band member what the first line to Our House was.
We don't know.
So I was getting very bewildered at that point.
Was it overwhelming, actually, that many people?
It was, it really was, because you know, everyone... I made the mistake of not getting any tickets for any of the events, but people said, you know, unless you get the atmosphere in the stadium, you're never going to get it on the TV. So the first moment we got it was actually as we were performing live. So I couldn't hear a thing of what we were playing.
You said they're performing 35 years. How long of Madness? Was it 76, I think?
Probably the first inklings of the band were around that time.
How many of you are there? Because you seem to... There's a bit of mix and
Oh,
matching.
they
and
fall
people,
out all the time,
yeah,
and
people
they
go, people come back.
come and go. And...
Well, at the moment, there are 6 of us. out of the 7. I think there are, but we found 6 of us this morning.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to tell. There's so many million around. Yeah, who's in and who's out.
And you are, I mean, you were childhood mates, all of you. So there's bound to be times when you fall out. But essentially,
like a family.
Yeah, essentially, is that the core of that friendship is still there?
Yeah, well, they said it's the easiest thing in the world to join the band. It's just impossible to leave it, and it's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's very,
So
very
do
hard.
you actually think, you're talking about One Direction there, do you think in 35 years from now somebody will be sitting on this couch talking to the lads from One Direction or the boys from JLS, whatever it is? I mean,
You never
it takes
know.
some
They're all very
staying
good
power,
performers,
doesn't it?
aren't they? They're very professional and very good at their job, and lovely people. So there's a good chance. If you're a nice person, there's a good chance.
Well,
Let's
you're
hope the
nice
song.
I don't know how we've done it then.
But you have done it. And then what's album number? What is this?
It's the 10th album. It's our 10th studio album. Number 5 in the popular music charts, I'll have you know.
I love this because you couldn't agree on the title.
No.
So, can you see this? Come on, Pete, where are you? These are all the things that it might have been, but you've crossed them out. So the 10 Commandments, Doolally, Dial M for Madness, Men of Steel, Circus Freaks, what's that one?
The Rake's Progress.
The Rake's Progress. And you ended up with Wee Wee, See See, Ya Ya, Da Da.
Yeah, well, after all those no's, we thought we'd better turn it around. So it's basically just yes, yes in 4 different languages.
Yeah, there's a song in that, there has to be.
There is.
What was, when you look back over all that period of time, what was the song you think that defines you, or the one that people associate you with, or that just gave you the break, made you madness?
I think there were 2 really. I think Our House, iconic madness, you know, British pop, and it appeals to so many people on so many levels. So everyone can relate to the words. And I think the other one is It Must Be Love.
Oh, it's a great
only
song.
because it's lovely to see soppy middle-aged old men hugging each other and saying I love you.
Yeah, and you do all love each other, I know. And the single from this album is My Girl Too.
Yeah.
So you're revisiting a song that you've done before. So was it your keyboard player wrote this originally?
Yeah, Mike, who wrote the original My Girl, has revisited it 30 years on. And I think he's talking about his new wife now.
I think we can hear,
My Girl
hear
Too.
this now. Let's hear it.
That's the original My
That's
Girl.
the original.
I tried and tried, but I could not be heard. Why can't I explain? Why do I feel this pain? Because everything I say, she doesn't understand.
Were you even shaving then? Yes.
This is the old milk and a rough flannel in those days, yeah.
And so you're
Yeah,
going to be
no.
touring with this album? Have you got tours planned?
We will. We're coming up to a tour in November and December. We're going all over the country, so you name a city, we'll be there.
Yeah, I
And,
mean, it's...
ending up at the O2 on the 14th and the 22nd.
Brilliant.
So it's all good stuff.
Young
it's the
and
biggest-
old will be there, then. All your favourites and all your new young fans.
Yes.
We do hope so.
Yeah.
We do hope so. Yeah, no, it's the biggest tour we've done in a long time, as you've already suggested. You know, it has been the most extraordinary year for the band, and something that we certainly couldn't have envisaged a few years ago. So it's a real joy at the moment to be in the band.
It's a joy to have you around and see that you're still in business. Enjoy however long it all lasts again for any of us. Thank you very much
you.
indeed.
I may just mention one thing,
Yes.
that our saxophone player's saxophone got stolen, so we may not be able to go on much longer unless it turns up. It disappeared from the X Factor studios. If anyone finds a Selma saxophone... Here, hang on, have you got a second? I've just got the serial
looking
number
out.
Should
here.
have had this on Crime File, actually.
You could have done it on Crime
Is that the serial number?
It is the serial
Is it?
number.
Right,
And the
okay.
extraordinary thing is,
There
it's got
is-
one.
There is the serial
If
number
you know
there.
me.
People will freeze that on their Sky Plus and take pictures of that or whatever it is.
Thank you.
We'll have that back to
We
you,
do
don't
believe
worry.
it might have been karma for the amount of lead that he got off Buckingham Palace roof, but there you go.
Tell you what, I've got a pair of drums, Woody, in our house that you're very welcome to steal any time. A set of drums. My head is done in with her and her son and their drums.
He's an old...
I can relate. I can relate,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Thanks,
you, guys.
And
You're
don't
welcome.
forget singing their new single, My Girl, at the end of the show. Now, by day, they may be cute and cuddly, man's best friends, but by night, they become super dogs. There they are. We'll be meeting them. They are all award-winning, heroic dogs. Amazing stories. Woof, woof, after the break.
Feel closer with Nivea, the nation's favourite skincare.